Hi there, I'm here with Marla Tremblay from the MineConnect team, and she's here to give us some top tips on how businesses can get involved in the Northern Ontario Mining Showcase community and make the most of their experience when they are here. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no worries.
So let's say a business is curious about joining us here at the showcase. What are the steps for them to get involved in this process?
It's actually not very complicated. Typically, we have two shows, right? So we do the show here at CIM, which alternates between Montreal and Vancouver. In 2026, it will be Vancouver. And we also do the show in Toronto at PDAC. Now, PDAC, we typically open up applications in early September. So you just go on northernontariomining.com, follow the steps, apply now. And if you follow the Northern Ontario Mining Showcase on your socials, whether Facebook or LinkedIn, we do post information as soon as those applications open. It's an easy way to get connected. You literally just apply now, follow the steps, answer the questions. Not everyone meets the criteria, though. That's the only thing. Mm-hmm. So there's a few criteria that are key because this is supported by FedNor, and they do have a mandate to support small and medium businesses in Northern Ontario only. So you have to be located in Northern Ontario or at least have a significant operation. And what we mean by that is a minimum of 25% of your workforce needs to live, work, pay taxes in Northern Ontario.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then you can have only a maximum of 500 employees worldwide. So the intent is to help SMEs. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you have that big of an operation, you can afford a booth outside of the pavilion. Yeah. But we do know things like PDAC are expanding the North Hall where we're located, so it's easy enough to get a booth pretty close by us, so you're still able to benefit from what we do.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what are the supports that MineConnect provides pre-event and then also during the showcase?
So during the showcase, pre-event, we actually help companies with their graphics,
nice,
ensuring they know where to be. We provide an exhibitor manual with all of the details so that they can plan their time. We include their information in a directory online and in a handout that we're going to be providing on site. We give them a very easy to edit, graphics for social media so that they can promote the fact that they're going to be at the show.
Very important.
So we provide them a lot of information and a lot of tools to assist them in their participation, I guess you could say.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I wish you could plan my life for me.
Right?
That sounds so easy.
Right. And then at the show itself, same thing. They come, their badges are created. We give them all of that information because sometimes you might have 4 badges, sometimes you might have 10. Yeah. You don't know where to go. We provide all of that for them on site as well. We give them their kiosks. So it's really a kind of turnkey thing. They show up with business cards, if they still do that, and a little bit, their phone and a bit of swag if they have it, and they're able to roll just like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, there are a lot of exhibitors here, so many businesses, sometimes competitors. So how can a business stand out? How do they get their clients' eyes on them and, stand out from the crowd?
There's a few different ways.
Yeah.
Ensure that your graphics are good. Keep your stuff up to date. Make sure it's not even just what you have here. Make sure that if you're promoting the fact that you're going to be at the show, which is very important, before and during, post it to social, like it, share it, repost it, all of the things you need to do. Make sure your team is doing the same, right?
Yeah.
Look for those opportunities. Other things to do, it's not just what you do on the show floor, it's going to those after events.
Yeah.
Meeting people in a casual setting, shaking a hand, learning about their kids, because that gives you the follow-up. When you call somebody after and you can say, oh, how did the soccer tournament go, or whatever, all of a sudden you create that connection.
Yeah.
It's harder to not pick up the phone or to answer the email when you know a person.
Yeah.
So make those connections on a bit of a personal level, and ensure your whole team is on the same, wavelength.
Yeah.
And you have a system for collecting leads.
Oh,
I can't say that enough. Yeah, it's very, very important. Make sure everybody is putting your leads. We even provide little booklets so that they can put their cards in and make notes. Everybody follow the same system, because when you get back and you have 700 business cards in all different places, you don't even remember who you met them or why you met them or where. It doesn't work.
Especially at the after parties.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we were talking to another exhibitor, and he said it's getting face-to-face with these people and, making those real human connections. And you want friends and lovely, kind people to succeed in business and have those
Absolutely.
partnerships.
Absolutely. Sales is all about relationships.
Yeah, very much so. And okay, so you've given us some really great ways to make the most of your experience here. What about when the show's over?
What do
How
you
do
do
we
after?
make those connections, build on those, and have some concrete results?
Okay, a few different things. Because you've collected your leads properly and you've made proper notes.
Make note.
Make note.
Yeah.
Right? And you know what they're looking for, so you
Yeah.
don't waste their time. Collect important information so that when you're following up, it's something relevant. You're not sending them a blanket, mass email. Hey, it was great meeting you at this show. You don't want to do that. You want to say, hi, Bob. Hi, Michelle. Whatever the name is. It was awesome meeting you at this thing. And we talked about, make it very, very focused and tight. Everybody's busy. We don't have time to read paragraphs and paragraphs of stuff.
No.
Don't send 700 PDFs with, that's not what people are after.
No.
And make a point, if you have a really strong lead that you want to make sure you're going to be able to follow up with, figure out where they might be next, right? Or is there another event in my community or where they are, or so that you can make that face-to-face again.
Yeah.
As we know, marketing is all reach and frequency, but the reach and frequency of FaceTime, it's not 11 times, it's like 3. Yeah. So if you can find out, hey, MineConnect, for instance, might be hosting something, in Thunder Bay or in Timmins. If you know that person's likely to be there, it's worth your time to make the effort to be there and have another FaceTime.
Yeah.
Because that's, again, that next level of hands-on relationship building.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to kind of make an effort of making that.
Yeah, reinforcing that connection.
Yeah.
That's excellent. And so I heard last year at CIM, over $425,000 worth of business was made just from NOMS competitors. Are there any key stories or success stories that you can think of that exemplify this?
It's interesting because we've been doing Northern Ontario Mining Showcase now for over 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
So it's kind of I look at it as more of a global number, as in we've got millions of dollars sold and probably thousands of jobs at this point created for businesses in Northern Ontario, which means how much for our economy. So key stories, I've had companies tell me, this is the best thing we do. We will never miss this show because it is the one that brings us the most tangible ROI of any of the other things that we do. So to me, that's a success.
Yeah.
I have companies that, they used to only sell within their community and now they're selling globally because of the things that we've done and helping them make those connections at these shows.
Yeah.
And being part of this broader community, let's say, in Northern Ontario.
Feels like one.
It is. It's great, right? Everybody, even if they're competitors, they're still friends because we understand the value of strengthening our community supply chain, let's say.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
And it's not only the business they do with, let's say, Peru. It's also the business they do with the person down the road that they didn't even know was there.
Yeah.
Not only business in terms of, hey, I'm buying from you or selling from you, but being able to secure that supply chain for their client, knowing that because they're down the road and it's a Canadian and it might cost a little more, but I'm going to have it when I need it, is the difference between selling to the customer or not on the long term, or retaining a customer. So those are some key things, and we've had many, many clients here, and there's some here. I could actually introduce you to a few here, specifically later if you'd like, that have said, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Like they've said game changer, which to me, one person says that and I'm happy, and we've got multiple saying that. They come back for a reason.
Yeah.
They come back for a reason.
Exactly. And more come back every year.
More
we have
come
more
back
joining every year.
More come back, and some graduate, right? They've been so successful that they graduate to getting their own broader booth that they can put on a bigger exhibit, showcase what they're doing because of what they've generated here.
Yeah.
And then we're able to help somebody else.
I love that.
It's a really great system.
So hearing all of that, how easy the process is to join, how can you not join after that pitch? Come on. So we're hoping to see you all here at the Northern Ontario Mining Showcase next year. And I'm excited to hear about all the successes that happened this year too.
Me too.
Thank you so much.
Always good to chat.